guys, welcome back. This is Dana from Masterland Investing. What I want to talk about today is just a quick video. I think it's about keeping a good moral compass in any business that you're in. I know I've created a lot of videos, audios in reference to this land investing business. I actually read a comment from somebody that had watched one of the videos recently, said he was getting ready to participate, become a land investor, wanted to be ethically sound, do this thing right. I preach it quite a bit. I think with any business, what goes around comes around. I've watched a lot of videos. I'm constantly re-educating myself, like I tell you guys, constantly be a student of the business. One thing that's always proven strong for me in my life and in my business, anything I've ever done, even with people in general, is to try to be transparent, be real, treat others like you want to be treated. When it comes to the land business, I mean, you can make a lot of money, like I've said. You can make unlimited riches in this business if you do it right and you become a true student of the business. But for me, what it goes back to is being able to go to bed, feel good about myself. I've talked about it earlier in an earlier lesson about being a problem solver. Every situation isn't a deal, by no means. A lot of times there's opportunity, other times it's just not a deal. A lot of times there's opportunity to take advantage of people that aren't aware of what they have or what they're really doing. Years ago, when I did it with a partner, one of the processes, what we did was we originally started out by adding numbers to addresses and making phone calls one-on-one with the people that were potential sellers. Once we created a machine, it became big volume. We delegated that task to other people to make the calls for us. They had a basic script to go by. I was real particular about what they did and didn't do on those calls. What happened was, with anything, when people are motivated by money, it seems to control sometimes what they do, whether it's ethically sound, morally sound or not. And one thing that I stressed on, and people can do this or they can make a choice not to do it, I chose not to do it, is when you're dealing with somebody and they're a potential seller, and like I say, you want to solve their problem. They have a problem, you're a buyer, you're an investor, you can let them know you're an investor. You might be able to solve their problem. They don't want the property anymore, there might have been a death in the family, their plans have changed, the dream of owning property in particular has changed. For whatever reason, they just don't want the property, it's become a tax burden, it's just too expensive for them to hold on to it, whatever may be the reason. You're going to make contact with these people. One thing I've always stressed, and like I said earlier, what's happened in the past with us is when people are motivated by the money, getting paid to make deals on the phone for us, they get greedy. And going back to the point is that if you're dealing with somebody on the phone, one-on-one, and you sense that these people aren't stable, they may be a little older and maybe have a little dementia, starting to slip a little bit, you have to remind them who you are, what the conversation's about, why you're contacting them or why they're calling you. My advice is just let it go. Tell them thank you for the call, have a great day, I'm sorry to bother you, appreciate the call, have a good day, bye-bye. Because there's a lot of times, and people will do it, they're unethical, they'll take advantage of those people. Might be somebody that's older that's starting to slip a little bit, and you make contact with them, then they haven't got all their faculties together, they make the call back to you, they don't even remember who they're calling, you have to remind them what the call's about. You think you got a great deal because they don't know $1 from $100 anymore. And that's easy to take advantage of somebody. It's like, you know, in life, you always run into people that just aren't as aware as you are on a particular subject or whatever that business matter might be. That's easy business, but that's not the business I want you guys to get into. If you decide to be a land investor, keep your scruples about you. Do this thing right. I mean, greed's a wicked thing, and I believe if you're greedy and you don't follow the rules of a good moral compass and having a good ethical balance, it's going to bite you in the butt. I've always frowned upon anybody taking advantage of the weak. I mean, that's easy to do. It's like saying you're a tough guy and you beat up the weak people. That's not a tough guy. That's a coward. Just make that decision as an investor. Every deal is not a deal. Even if it's a deal and the person's not able to make that decision consciously, think about this. some lady calls you, she's older, and she hasn't got all faculties together. She's got a wonderful deal. You're gonna buy this thing at 20%, 20 cents on a dollar. You're all excited, you're just starting out land investing, and you think she's gonna make the deal, but you sense that there's something wrong. The lady, you have to remind the lady who you are, you remind the lady that you sent her a postcard or a letter, remind the lady that you're buying her land, and you push all that to the side because you're so excited, you're greedy, you make the deal. Think about the fact that she might have had a daughter or a son or a grandson or a granddaughter that she wanted to leave that land to. Maybe that was the only money she had, and you knew the market was going up instead of down, and you let your greed get in your way. I don't think that's good business. I mean, I've told anybody that wanted to get into the business, even myself, even partners in the past, I'll be damned if I'm going to let the greed get in the way of this business. I'll throw all the damn money in the lake, because what's most important is feeling good about yourself. Like I say, being a problem solver. Don't get me wrong, you're going to make money in this business, but the deals come and they go. And there's plenty of deals. If you do it right, you learn your lessons, you get the tools in your box, you apply them to the business, you're going to make plenty of money. Even if you do this part-time, you make more money than you ever dreamed of. I promise you, if you learn the 4 phases of real estate cycle, follow the course from A to Z, be a student, always ask questions, don't be afraid to ask, don't be afraid to fall, because everybody's going to fall a little bit. But you get back up, you dust off, but most of all, keep this thing clean, keep it ethical. Don't be greedy. I always say that in every one of my videos, don't be greedy, be kind, be generous. I mean that sincerely, because if you do that, it comes back around. And you'll be surprised, I've said in other videos, sometimes if you're real honest with these people, and you tell them, since you asked the question, I'll tell you, your property's worth 20. I'm offering you 5 or 6 because I'm an investor. I need to make some money. There's got to be some money left on the bone. But surprisingly enough, they'll still make the deal with you most of the time. And if they don't, then God bless them. You move to the next one. So this is a short lesson, but anyway, just try to remember that, guys. I want every one of my students to go forward, be successful, but I don't want to think later on that I taught a lot of people some stuff and they took advantage of the tools in their box and they exploited people, young and old. This is a great business, guys. Just do it right, please. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you heard that lesson and loud and clear, because it's really important to me. Go out and be generous. Try to inspire somebody today. Don't let the greed get in your way. The money will come. If you do this thing right and you become a student, the money will come, I promise you. So have a great day. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.